Hey guys, what's up? It's Favorite YouTuber Jaya. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things money, finance, and entrepreneurship. Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about, can you make money without a degree? The burning question. It is a common misconception throughout the majority of high school, college students, and just the majority of the people in this country that if you do not have a college degree, then you are going to be living paycheck to paycheck as a McDonald's cashier worker, not being able to do anything or provide anything for yourself. And in today's video, I'm going to be tackling the question, is that true? Is that true that you are going to be unable to provide for yourself and have a decent standard of living without a college degree? In order for us to accurately answer this question, I think it's important for us to discuss what is the purpose of a degree in the first place. The whole point of having a degree is to qualify you for a job. So when you go to college and you decide I'm going to get a degree in business administration, the whole point of that business administration degree is to qualify you for a job when you're applying for jobs in the business field. Wouldn't get a degree in business administration and then go apply for a job in nursing school. The whole point is that you are to go to school, get the degree, and then get a job in that specific career field that correlates with your degree. I know you all have heard stories of people going to college and getting degrees, and the job that they have is completely different from their degree. So at that point, I asked the question, what was the purpose of you going to college if you were just going to get a job that was completely different from the job that's in your career field? The degree in the college is supposed to be training you for your job in the first place. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case with every single job, and we see this more importantly with jobs such as law, medicine, and jobs in the STEM field. The whole point of college is for you to be getting a training, so when you actually do go into these jobs, you actually know what you're doing. However, when we get into these more ambiguous degrees, these more liberal arts degrees, we kind of start to lose the plot of what the purpose of college is actually for. The average cost of a college degree is $26,000 a year, or upwards of $104,000 for an entire college education, and that is just for your bachelor's degree. So essentially what you're doing is you're paying over $100,000 for somebody to train you to do a job. So if you were thinking about your career field and you have come to the conclusion that I actually don't need to spend $100,000, $50,000 or $60,000 rather on a college degree, I can learn how to do this myself. A lot of these other liberal reasons as to why we go to college to find ourselves, we go to college to explore our identity, to step into our adulthood, to explore, to broaden our minds, and all of these other arbitrary things that are not worth $100,000. These are not the reasons as to why we are supposed to be going to college. I'm sure if I were to drop you off in the middle of nowhere for a year, you would most definitely come to terms with your adulthood and your mind would be expanded more than you could ever imagine. So all of these other reasons as to why you should be going to college really do not compare when you start talking about the cost of college. A lot of people will make the argument that you will be stuck in a particular job and there is a cap on your income when you do not have a college degree, because as apparently there's only a certain amount of money that you can make if you do not have a college degree. And my rebuttal to that would be, number one, with every job, you should be learning new skills. You do not want to go from working at McDonald's to working at Subway, then to working at Jack in the Box. You always want to be going up when you were applying for jobs. So McDonald's to being the manager at a new fast food restaurant, to now you kind of phased out of fast food and now you've gotten your first office job. You always want to be moving up so you were able to leverage your skill set when you're applying for new jobs, because you do not have the degree to leverage. So if you are moving up with every single skill that you learn, whether moving up as applying for different jobs or progressing in the company that you are working for, how are you staying stuck if you're consistently moving? According to Google, the average salary of a person with a high school diploma is $42,000 a year. However, if you are moving up in the company that you're working for, or if you're being ambitious and applying for different jobs, you can easily phase out of $42,000 and making it over to $50,000. And after you have been working with that said company for a particular amount of years, you can take those skills and leverage them to have a job where you are earning upwards of $60,000 a year. So it all just depends on what type of jobs that you apply for and what type of skills that you have. Very, very common thing that people say to people who either drop out of college like myself or just decide not to go to college, that you are going to be working at McDonald's for the rest of your life. You're going to be a fast food manager. You're not going to be able to have the same opportunities as people do with college degrees. I genuinely believe that those people, no offense to you, who decide not to go to college and end up just working in fast food for the rest of their life, that is a huge lack of ambition and determination on their part. They choose to continue to work there for the rest of their life. They chose not to build their skill set and apply for a different job. They chose not to learn different skills online. If you have a plan and goals of where exactly it is that you want to go outside of high school, and that does not include a college degree, you are already on the right path, as opposed to somebody who just decided to stay there for the rest of their life, stay in the fast food industry for the rest of their life. And that's not to knock that person. A lot of people, maybe that person is extremely content just coming to work, getting their check and going home. Maybe they don't find contentment in work. However, as far as everybody else, where direction is very important in your life, if you have a goal and a plan, and having a college degree is not a part of that plan, and you have the discipline to actually implement your plan, and it's not just a dream or things that you just talk about that you want to do, but you're actually working towards it, you will very hardly be stuck working at McDonald's. That is a fear tactic that people use to literally bully people into spending $50,000. It's the most bizarre thing to me ever, because on its face, it really doesn't make any sense. You know what you have to do to not be a fast food worker for the rest of your life? Literally do not work in fast food. Apply for a job somewhere else. Now, this is what I've noticed, because I stopped going to school when I was 18 years old, and I've just been working ever since I'm 18, and I'm turning 23 soon. A lot of jobs, when you go on Indeed and these more professional corporate websites to look for a job, they say bachelor's degree required or equal work experience. So if you do not have a bachelor's degree, they will substitute that with the work experience that you have. So if you want to apply for a job as a customer service representative and the starting salary is $50,000 a year, if you do not have a bachelor's degree in communication, that's okay if you have a certain amount of customer service years to equal that bachelor's degree. A lot of times it's 1 to 2 years in customer service, and customer service could literally mean being a cashier at Target, working on the phones. I personally have, 7 years of customer service experience. So that is a skill that I'm able to leverage on all of my resumes when it comes to applying for jobs. And my very last point, in order for you to become content with the idea of not having a college degree, you have to become content with the idea of how much money that you want to make. Do you know how much money you want to earn throughout your lifetime? And based off of that, that will determine how content you will be without a college degree. When I was in high school, I was in my senior year of high school, and I was in my economics class, and the teacher showed me a graph of how much money people earn based off of the level of education that they have. So people in high school with a high school diploma earn an average of $42,000 a year. People with an associate's degree earn an average of about $50,000 a year, and people with a bachelor's degree earn an average about $67,000 a year, and then people with masters and PhDs obviously earn more than that. Now, for me personally, even at 17 years old, I knew $42,000 a year was not going to cut it for me for the long term. Now, when I'm young, like how I am now, it's pretty standard for a young person to be making $42,000 to $45,000 a year. But as I progress into my 30s, into my 40s, I know that I want to be making more than $40,000 a year. So I knew that I was not going to be content with that salary. So what I had to do is figure out how much money I wanted to earn a year. And so I knew that I was not going to be content with that salary. So what I had to do is figure out what salary I would be comfortable with, and then from there, figure out what job and what skill I would need to have in order to earn that type of income. Now, you all know that I am an entrepreneur at heart. Entrepreneurship is my main goal. That will always be my goal for the type of job or career that I would like to have. But until I get to that point, because entrepreneurship is the long game, it is not the short game, I had to think for the jobs that I'm going to have now that will help me reach my goal of becoming an entrepreneur, what type of salary would I be comfortable having? And I came to the conclusion that if I could earn anywhere between $80,000 to $100,000 a year, I would be perfectly content. Now, one thing that I want to say, consider this a sidebar, especially for the people who are in my age group, 17 to 23 years old. A lot of us graduate from college and just assume that we're going to be blessed with a $100,000 a year job. One thing that I have learned definitely throughout this experience is that it takes time for you to earn that type of money. You don't typically, even if your plan is to grow within the company in order to get that salary, you're typically going to start off at an entry level position making $45,000 to $50,000 a year, and then from that point you can set your goal of earning $100,000 a year. But at least at that point, point, you have a plan on how you're going to earn the salary that you will be content with. I know because I see it on my social media, on my TikTok. We'll see a video of a 24-year-old who just graduated from college, or maybe they just got their master's, we'll give it to them. And they were already making $100,000 a year. That's great. That's wonderful for them. However, that is an anomaly. That is not the standard. And I just do not want your expectations to be unrealistically high, because when your expectations are unrealistically high and they end up being not met, that causes discontentment, discouragement, and that is going to make you quit. And then you're going to get into a little corner and be like, maybe everybody else was right. Maybe I should have spent $50,000 on a degree. And we don't want that. Consider it like a car ride. A lot of times we want to get in a rocket, right? We want to go from here all the way up to here extremely quickly, when in reality, we just need to drive slow and steady, the speed limit, until we get to our final destination. So to answer the final question, can you make money without a college degree? Obviously. Can you live a content and happy lifestyle without a degree? Of course you can. It requires ambition. It requires discipline, and it may look different than your counterparts who did go to college. That is absolutely okay, because everybody's career experience does not have to look the same. So instead of leveraging your degree, you would just be leveraging the skills that you have learned from previous jobs. Thank you. Thank you so much. I genuinely do appreciate you watching these videos. I always love when you guys watch my videos. It really does make me happy and bring me joy. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you didn't like this video, that's okay. Don't thumbs up the video. Don't make me feel like I'm doing a good job when I'm not. Go in the comments and tell me what I could do better. I'm always willing to hear critiques and constructive criticism. Because a lot of y'all will go in my comments and be like, you talk too much. I don't know what you want me to do about that. It's literally a video. Constructive criticism in the comment section down below. If you didn't like this video, my ears are always open. Make sure you comment down below. Did you go to college? Did you not go to college? If you did not go to college, are you earning the amount of money that you would like to make? And do you have a plan to earn more? And last but not least, make sure you subscribe, because we are shattering narratives over here that you cannot make money without a college degree, that you're going to be a fast food McDonald's worker for the rest of your life if you do not have a degree. Okay, why wouldn't you want to subscribe to that? Why wouldn't you want to subscribe to that? Okay, I would. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and in the meantime, stay strong. Bye guys.